Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today, because you guys seemed like you wanted to see this, I'm doing my kind of intro or like a melting basket for my project that I'm trying to use up all of my vendor wax this year. So we are under a very large, it's a pretty big project, let's just say that. I definitely don't have as much vendor wax as some people do, but it was making me very overwhelmed. I talked about it in previous videos, so if you're not new here, you probably already know. But I was getting more overwhelmed than it was bringing me joy, and I was like, you know what? That's not why I started doing wax. I really need to focus in on this. I want to really go through everything, find out what I like, find out what I don't like, go from there, etc. So I will be talking numbers in my more like inventory, project use it up, more numbers update. This is really kind of going to be just like my melting basket. So I have all kinds of things to show you and kind of just going more in depth specifically about my wax project, whereas the inventory project is kind of my inventory as a whole. So what I have been doing 1 month, yay. So it is February. What I've been doing is going through my, collection, and what I did to pull out this melting basket, I pulled everything that has a February 2021 or earlier date I got it, because it's not necessarily their pour date if I labeled it when I got it. So just I date every wax item that comes into my collection. So for example, this Rose Girls Blended Morning Sex has 2/18/21. So this, because it's from February of last year, got pulled. So I think I only have February items in here with a couple exceptions, but I'm pretty sure I ended up actually using all of my January stuff in January. So there's only a couple odds and ends clamshells that I actually bought in 2022, but otherwise everything else is from 2021. So it should make this project very like smooth going for pulling the month of the last year, if that makes sense. So it's February now, I'm pulling February 2021 and earlier. So basically the goal is kind of just to work in order. So I'm not pulling like all kinds of random things. I'm pulling everything from February, and that's what I'm basically starting with. So that's kind of how I developed my melting basket, because I really started purchasing very, very heavy in January. January was like my first one. It's going to get more intense as we go through, because February, this is what I have, which is a decent amount, but really compared to the future months, it's not that much. So hopefully, as I kind of talk through this, I'll explain to you, but my goal is, this is my starting point. And then if I finish these, I have like samples I can supplement to work on. And then I have some other, like if I want to get a head start on March, or just like start pulling other things, have free melts, etc., you know, just kind of get a head start, like moving on it. I don't want to fall behind necessarily. So I want to get this video out here because I've been melting some of these, but I mean, it's already going to be the 7th, and that's one whole week of February down, and I need to get through these melts. So the goal of all the things in here are to use them up. I will also say, in case you're wondering, like, how do I go about using all of this stuff, because it's quite the pile. So I mostly reserve my downstairs open concept for using up Scentsy things, testing Scentsy things. It's just where I feel like I get the best sense of the scent. Like, does it throw in an open concept? And I just like my warmers there. It's just what I do. It's just how I use up my Scentsy. I do in the bedroom though, we'll work on some of this. In the bedroom kind of do a combo of Scentsy and this vendor stuff. Here in my office, I pretty much exclusively do the vendor wax just to use it up. I will do a morning melt, typically a coffee blend in my open concept in just one specific warmer. I pretty much exclusively use that one to use up vendor wax. It's a Yankee centerpiece, so it holds a lot, which has definitely been helping. And then, so that one I kind of use my open concept, either mixing with the Scentsy items or using it as like my morning melt to work on my coffee blends. And then in the upstairs, obviously we have this room, and then I have the bathroom that I can melt in. And then I have a Yankee centerpiece also in like our hallway area, and that one has a timer on it. So that one's also been a big help to get through vendor stuff. So that's kind of my game plan of how I'm working on things, if that also helps you kind of make a plan as well. So let me just show you what is what here, and we can just kind of talk about things. I don't know exactly how I'm going to style this video. Like, will I hop on and share melting baskets every month? I'll probably share about things that I use up in my weekly home fragrance roundup videos. I try to do them every Friday and talk about all the things that I melted. So I'll try to do updates there so I don't have to like keep things separate and about where I'm going to talk about them. But I may just do like melting baskets as this gets low and I want to like pull a bunch more, or if I just want to do them kind of at the first of the month for that month, maybe that's what I'll do. I'm unsure about how exactly I'm going to style that yet. So let me show you the actual wax. Now that I've done all that explaining, let me show you the wax that I'm going to be working on using up. So this will probably all like remain in these baskets until they're used up, unless I like end up not being able to stand them and giving them away. Generally, I actually went through my whole entire wax collection and kind of picked out things that I wanted to give away, and I have them in a giveaway pile. So the rest of this should be okay. We will see. So like I showed earlier, I have Rose Girls Morning Sex. This one is pretty floral. This is maybe like the one out of this whole thing that I'm like a little bit over, but I only have 6 cubes left. So really, I mean, depending where I use it, I should be able to easily use that up. I do have Peppermint Coconut Mallow from Rose Girls. I love this one, and I know I have more of it. It's kind of, I have 218 written on here, but I also have some mini melter blends or pieces in here that are from a different restock, but I ran out of room, so I put it in this bag. So not all of that's technically from 218, but I want to finish the bag. Okay. I have Opposite of Keto and Jelly Donut. This one, when I originally got it, Lexi from Two Quick Wicks was like, this is the best blend ever. And so I was like, okay, I have to pick it up. I didn't love it at first. And then I did this the other day here in my office as I was getting ready. And I was like, oh wow, okay, I actually kind of like that. I don't know if it's just because it had sat and now it smells a little bit different to me. Maybe my nose has developed. I actually like it more than when I originally got it. So I'm happy that's in here. Totally forgot I had that one. Gilligan's Brew. This is like the coconut cream type scent from Rose Girls. This is probably like one of my first hauls from Rose Girls, a lot of these scents. I have Vanilla Bean Noel. Can't go wrong with that whatsoever. I have Vanilla Crunch Donut. Just another basic vanilla scent. And some of these more like bakery exclusive scents I will set aside to blend with my coffee scents in the morning. If I have more of like a straight up coffee scent and I'm not vibing with it a ton, I'll mix in some of those bakery, and that makes it so much better. And then I have Waffle Cone. And I don't know if this is just a coincidence, but I also have Serendipity, and these blended together is so good. So I think I have more Serendipity than I have Waffle Cone, but I know I have more Waffle Cone in my collection. So yeah, I'm really excited to blend those together. I don't know if that was a fluke that I had both of those, because if you guys don't know, one of my friends on here, Beth, I don't know if she's like the creator of it, but she's the one who like totally got everybody hooked on the Serendipity Waffle Cone blend, and I haven't done it since last like late summer. I pulled these out and I was so excited. I was like, yes, Beth, I'm doing that melt. Okay, let's see. Before we get into Walmart clams, because I have a bunch of those, I do have 2 souffles. So I have one from the Melted Mousse, which is You Seem Sus, which is pistachio nut cupcakes, almond cherry, and white chocolate Noel. This is from the Easter collection last year from the Melted Mousse. I had not chopped this. It's definitely almond and cherry, which I don't love, but I'm gonna use it. I do need to chop it though. And then I also have from Salt Mountain Melt, Sleeping on Clouds. This is lavender, BMC, and vanilla orchid sugar cane. So this should be a good nighttime blend. I have 4 warmers now in my master bedroom / bathroom area. So some of these might be a little bit awkward. Like typically I would cut a souffle maybe into 8, so that might work. But some of these that have like 6, like my Walmart clams, might get a little bit awkward because will I do like 3 and 3, and then I need to kind of play with that. Not all of these are bedroom blends though, so I guess I'll figure it out. Okay, next we have Walmart clams, like the big ones. I think these came out last February, and that's why a lot of these are in the February category or date-wise. Oh crap, before I get to Walmart, I have a couple loaves. So this might be confusing, but I have some loaves, and you're gonna see the dates on my loaves are April. However, I have them pulled in now because I know that if I wait until April to pull out my loaves, I'm gonna have a pile of loaves, because I really started buying a lot of loaves in April through maybe like May, June, July. In that time frame, I mean, even April alone, I probably have like 10 to 12 loaves, like, which is crazy. So loaves are a really big ticket item. Like, that's a lot of wax in there. So I have a reminder maybe like every 15 days or so on my phone to pull out a loaf and chop it, because I want to make sure throughout the year I'm pulling my loaves and working through them. So I think I have enough. Would that, how many loaves would that be if I pull 2 a month? I'm 24 loaves. I'm like, what? Why can't I think of math here? Roughly maybe 24 loaves. That doesn't seem like the right number, but I know I did it maybe like every 15 days or so. Maybe it was less. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I basically took the math of how many loaves I had unchopped still and was like, how often do I need to pull out a loaf to chop to make sure I have these all chopped by the end of the year and work on them in this project? So because these are such a big ticket item, these are technically April loaves and one's May, but I'm gonna cut them up and work on them. So this one is, they're all from L3. This one's pink sugar, cocoa butter, cashmere, candy frosting. Oh my God, cotton candy frosting. And I think this maybe has been renamed to You Can't Sit With Us. It's so good. This is one of the first loaves I bought. So $4.17 is probably the first time I really got loaves. So that's why I'm gonna start working on them, even though it's only February. And this to me is more of a bedroom type scent, but I could potentially use it elsewhere. I also have from April Sugar Cookie Royale Espresso. This one's not chopped yet. I will chop this up. And this one I'll likely blend some bakery with. It's pretty good on its own, but I'll probably blend the bakery with it. Knowing me, honestly, I doubt I won't do that. And then I also just pulled generic White Elephant Exchange, just because I thought this would be a good, easy one to blend whenever, wherever, because it's plain old bakery. Powdered donuts, vanilla wafers, white cake, vanilla frosting. Yeah, it's just straight up vanilla. So I figured this one would be very easy to blend, whether it be with coffee or with other bakery scents I maybe have going in the open concept. Easy stuff like that. Okay, so that is my exception for loaves. So next month you'll probably see at least 2 that I need to get to chopping, and then maybe some others as well. So for these Walmart ones to start with, these are the ones with 8, and these are the ones that they're pretty like thick to break. I don't know if they've repackaged these since then, but they're pretty thick. So to start off, we have salted caramel and vanilla bean. I actually had 2 of these. One of them I've already used up. It's such a good blend. It's straight up like vanilla caramel. It's such a good one. This one, when I had used it previously, I literally just like broke it in half and put 4 in my centerpiece warmer at one time, and it was glorious. I loved every minute of it. We also have white peach and daisy, I think this one has the notes on it. This one's really good. I'm getting into that spring mode, so these are good to pull. White, grapefruit, and pear. Yeah, that's pretty springy too. This one's pretty summery, pineapple and vanilla. I may end up potentially mixing this with the Gilligan's Brew to make it like a pineapple coconut type scent. That would be good. Otherwise, it's just straight up pineapple. Apricot, blossom, and bergamot. This one smells like Britney Spears Circus perfume. I love that. And then salted coconut and mahogany. This one's very nice. Oh, that's a really good one. I really like that one. So that one's not, it's even like enough coconut that I could do it in the open concept or like here in my, I feel like you don't have to do it in the bedroom, I guess. That's really, really good. Okay. And then I wanted to put that down. I also have this big stack of Walmart clams, which are all from February. So I have sugared lavender twist, and I have 4 left of this, so I'll easily be able to melt this in the bedroom. I have realized, I'll probably talk about this in an empties video where I melt Scentsy sugar. I have realized sugar smells very similar to this. So I'm very happy that I have sugar in my club because I'm obsessed with this one, but I'm really trying to focus more on only buying Scentsy. So I'm really happy about that, but I will use up these 4. These are from a year ago. I have vanilla and peach, and this one seems like it's maybe getting a bit discolored. I don't know, I can't tell. Berry chill. You can tell last February I was like, let's buy all the spring summer things. Coconut sands. I could mix that with the pineapple one too. Coconut bouquet. I could also mix this with the pineapple one. This one is more copper tone, and this one's a little bit sweeter. Coconut. Sweet watermelon buttercream. This is one of my faves. I may attempt to do a Scentsy dupe of this one because I think I easily could, and it's really good. I'm setting that one aside because I need to remember that. Coral Shores. This one says Beach Blossoms. This one's actually really nice. I feel like the name Coral Shores makes me not want to like it, but it smells pretty good. It's very like fresh and floral, and fruity almost. And then we have honeysuckle pineapple. And this one's kind of like hairspray-ish. So this might get used up in my upstairs here in the bathroom and stuff. So that is all of the items that I have that are from February of 2021, and then my couple loaves. So my goal is to work through all of these items by the end of February. Obviously, the things I don't finish will get rolled over. If I happen to finish them early, that would be amazing, and then I can restart on new things, but there's a lot here, so we'll see how things go. Hopefully helping explain to you kind of how I plan to use things maybe helped, but if you have any suggestions, or if you are also doing a project where you're trying to use up some wax that you maybe have excess of, I hope this helps. Also, I know somebody commented in my other video, maybe I should have talked about my purchasing plans to go along with this, which I may touch on in my inventory video, but I haven't made any vendor wax purchases in 2021. So that's the plan, not to buy. So the plan is to not buy it and use it all up. Like I said, I did purchase at the beginning of 2021 a couple of Walmart clams, maybe like 5 or 6. They were on discount for like 50 cents. I should have just resisted, but I bought a couple. But those are the only purchases I've made non-Scentsy wise in 2022. I could have said 2021 earlier. But yeah, otherwise the plan is to not purchase anything and really work through this collection. In talking with a couple other of you, just originally when you get started in the wax community and really get sucked in, maybe if you're newer, especially to vendor wax, every blend sounds great. And I think I was in that mode where I was just like, everything sounds so good, I have to buy all the things. And now I'm like, okay, I need to figure out what I actually like, because I don't need to buy every single blend. So that's kind of the spot I'm in right now. So that's kind of what stemmed this project, because I was just getting extremely overwhelmed. So if you guys are in the same boat and you want to follow along or join me, totally welcoming you. I was going to join in and do some of the collab melting weeks, but I was like, okay, I have a good system with this, so I think I'm going to start here. If I am going, like, we're going in a good direction, maybe I can throw in and do some of the collab melting baskets maybe a little bit later on down the way. But I think the system I have here, I think this is a good one. I think this is a great place to start. So yeah, that's kind of the situation with that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me. I know not buying is hard, and we can do it. So I just am here to cheer you on, and I'm here to say some of these blends I probably will be upset when I'm melting my last Cuba, but we bought it to use it, and so that's what I'm doing this year. I'm using up the things. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.